Merry meet. Welcome to Witch Magic. I'm Dawn, and I will be taking you on a spiritual journey to all things magic and witchcrafts. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Witch Magic. I hope you all had a good 4th of July weekend. Ours was kind of halfway between being busy and halfway between being quiet. So Friday, my weekend actually started a little bit early. I had to leave work a little bit early because I had a doctor's appointment. So that wasn't really fun. But after that, I was all good. We went out to dinner that night. And then Saturday, we really didn't do much. We went shopping, that kind of thing, just simple stuff. And then Sunday, we all gathered over at my parents' house for a cookout. And the weather was beautiful. I mean, it was gorgeous out. It wasn't too hot. We stayed outside most of the time. And it was warm enough for the kids to be able to go in the pool and everything. So that was really nice. And we were there all day long. We didn't leave there until about probably 9 o'clock at night. And then we were driving around looking for ice cream. And while we were doing that, while trying to figure out places that were open, because they were shooting off fireworks that night. So there was a lot of places that closed a little bit earlier than usual. But as we were driving around looking, we saw our local fireworks display. And we got to the point where we drove right underneath them. It was so cool. And man, what a display. It was amazing. So we did get to see some of that. And then Monday was a pretty quiet day. Aside from doing a few basic chores around our home, I rested. I did do some work on the website and everything like that. But most of Monday, I did rest. And then Tuesday, when I got up at my regular time to go to work, I felt awake. I felt like I got the rest that I needed throughout the weekend, and it was amazing. So getting on to our subject of the day, or of the week, as you may call it. The planets can be very helpful to our magical workings, especially when you have the timing just right. So you may want to check out your birth chart to see where each planet aligns with you. I love this app called Time Passages. It will do up your chart instantly once you put the date you were born, the time, if you know it, and the location. It's important to know as much of this data as possible for a more accurate chart. And once you get your chart, you can click on all the details about it. You can click on planets, and it will have a list of all your planets and what sign they are in. You can also see what house they are in, but we'll go over all that in a later episode. Anyway, when you click on each planet, it will give you a more detailed description as to what it all means. It's very interesting, and it gives a lot of insight. It will explain things about yourself. You can also check out your aspects, which will tell you about your developments. So I urge you to check that out. It is an amazing app. I use the free part of it. I don't do the premium or the whatever it's called. I don't pay for it. But if you want to go more in depth into it, there are payment plans and everything like that. So just check it out and see how you like it. And I just want to be clear that I am no expert in astrology. I have read books. I have read my chart. But there are things in it that I don't quite understand. So I did a lot of research before recording this episode. So what I'm telling you here is from what I understand from the research that I've done. And I do want to give credit to the book, The Secret Language of Astrology by Roy Gillett, which is where I get a good amount of my information from. All right, so moving on, let's talk about the planets in their correspondences. The sun. Associations of the sun. And here we go. This is going to be kind of like a list like I've done in previous episodes, so bear with me on this. The number associated with the sun is 1. The day is Sunday. Colors are yellow and gold. Part of the body is the heart. The metal is gold. Stones are amber and topaz. Herbs and incense are myrrh, musk, and frankincense. Plants are sunflower and birch. The Egyptian sun god Ra worshipped the sun and was linked with the sky god Horus. I don't know if you could hear that. My printer just made a sound for some kind of reason. Anyway, where was I? So you can use the sun in your work regarding success, pride, and ambition. And mind you, I just want to note that working with the planets, you can do alongside with the days of the week, because I do say about the days of the week on here, what day they associate with, your color correspondences, which they do have on here, symbols, herbs, everything's on here that you can collaborate with. All right. So just so you know, you don't have to do all of it to work a spell, but it definitely does help to target those times and all the associations and the correspondences that go with it. All right, just so you know. Okay, the next planet that we're going to talk about is the moon. And the correspondences for that are the numbers are 2 and 7. Day of the week is Monday. The color is a whitish color. Parts of the body are the breast and the alimentary system. Metal is silver. The stones are crystal, mother of pearl, and moonstone. The herbs and incenses are camphor and frankincense. The plants are melons, broomtops, and willow. And the Mayan lunar deity was named Ixchel, who I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not that familiar with this one, but she sometimes appears as a rain goddess. So influences and magic that you can use with this, with the moon, are for safe travels, health, wealth, and protection. All right, the next planet is Mercury. The associations for Mercury are the number 5. The day of the week is Wednesday. The color is orange. Parts of the body are the respiratory system and the brain. The metal is platinum. Stone is agate. Herbs and incense are clove and coriander. The plant is hazel. Mercury is linked to the Egyptian god Thoth. And magic that you can use with Mercury are for good fortune, memory gain, divination, and dreams. The next planet is Venus. The number related to Venus is 6. The day of the week is Friday. The color is green. Parts of the body are the throat and the kidneys. Metal is copper. Stone is emerald. The herbs and incense are strawberry and raspberry, and the plant is rose. The goddess Venus is very similar to Aphrodite, and the magic that you can use with Venus is peace, fertility, joy, love, and good fortune. The next planet is Mars, and its number is 9. The day of the week is Tuesday. The color is red. Part of the body are the muscles. Metal is iron. The stones are garnet and ruby and jasper. Herbs and incense are pine and sarsaparilla. The plants are cedar and holly. The Roman god Mars is the equivalent to the Greek god, who is the god of war. And magic that you can use, the magical influences are war, victory, and conflict. Jupiter. The number is 3. The day of the week is Thursday. The color is purple. The parts of the body are the liver and the pituitary gland. The metal is tin. Stones are sapphire, amethyst, and turquoise. Herbs and incense are jasmine, nutmeg, and sage. The plants are oak and poplar. Indra, like Zeus, ruled the weather and favored the lightning bolt as a weapon. And magic that you can use during Jupiter are financial gain, peace, and cooperation. Saturn. The number is 8. The day of the week is Saturday. The color is black. Parts of the body is the gallbladder and skin and bones. The metal is lead. The stones are jet, onyx, and black diamond. The herbs and incenses are musk, chamomile, poppy seeds, and cinnamon. The plants are thistle, yew, ash, alder, and cypress. The deity, Saturn Kronos, was said to consume 5 of his children before being overthrown by Zeus, who was the 6th child. And magic that you can use with Saturn are safety, power, and success. The next planet, Uranus. Now, this has different pronunciations. I think the most popular pronunciation is Uranus, that a lot of people joke about, but I have heard other astrologists call it Uranus. Other people might call it Uranus. So it all depends on your dialect and everything like that. But for this purpose, I choose to pronounce it Uranus. So the number related to Uranus is 0, and it has no day. The color is electric blue. The parts of the body are the pineal gland and circulatory system. The metal is copper. The stones are turquoise and malachite. And it really doesn't have any herbs or plants listed. So I'm just going to say 0 for those. So Uranus is the Greek god of the sky. He mated with Earth and produced many offspring. And I just like giving you these little points that I've seen in the book. So they're just little fun facts. Magic you can use with Uranus is banishing and change. Neptune. No number, no day. The colors are dull gray to black. Parts of the body of the nervous system. The metal is silver. The stones are rock crystal and opal. No herbs and incense to note. The plant is the water lily. Neptune is the equivalent of the Greek god Poseidon and was often associated with horse racing. A little fun fact, I guess. Magic you can use with Neptune is healing and mental illness. Pluto. No number, no day are noted. Colors are brown and maroon. Parts of the body are the gonads, cells, and reproductive system. Metal is iron. Stones are diamond, bloodstone, topaz, and agate. No herbs or plants are noted. Pluto is more commonly known as Hades, ruler of the underworld. I didn't know that until I did that research, to be honest with you, so I found that very interesting. Magic related to Pluto is invisibility and getting rid of bad habits. So those are the 10 planets and how to work with them. Remember, as I always let you guys know, do your own research in ways that you can work with the planets. At least this here is a great starting point and a good reference tool. Now, you may be wondering why I didn't mention Earth. Simply because we live here on Earth, and I believe it to be our grounding point. All your magical workings are happening here on Earth, as well as things you do in your everyday life. Well, I hope this was at least a little bit helpful to you. There are many books out there that you can read about working with the planets, but the one I use specifically for this episode, I'll mention again, is called The Secret Language of Astrology by Roy Gillett. And I will post the name of that book on the Facebook group as well as in the show notes. And I will add these planet correspondences to the website as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, or even suggestions, you can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon, as well as send me an email. I do want to let you know about Patreon a little bit because I'm sure some of you might be confused as to what it's all about. Pretty much people give donations and in return I give perks. So if you go to view the Patreon website, you'll see all the different tiers and all the different perks you can get. And I will let you know that some of the things that I will be posting are for the patrons' eyes only. So, you might want to give that a thought as well. But other ways that you can show your support, by all means, please give me a 5-star rating and a review where applicable. I know you can do it on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. There's a lot of other podcast platforms that don't do that, but you can also share the podcast or my YouTube videos, subscribe to the videos, or to my channel rather. And like I said, you can also support me on the Patreon for some insider perks. So thanks again, everyone, and have a very magical week. So that's going to do it for today. I will be airing these podcasts about once a week, so be sure to tune in. You might want to choose to get notified when I air so that you don't miss a thing. If you have any comments, please feel free to connect with me on my Facebook group. I will leave the link to that along with my website on the show notes. Blessed be.